Hi, I'm here with Corey O'Meara, quantum computing lead at E.ON. Corey, hi and welcome.
Hi, happy to be here today.
So we last met in November last year, I think.
hmm
What's new with E.ON and quantum since then?
Yeah, since November last year, we made a lot of interesting progress. Most notably, we've put out a couple preprints of some publications, some work we're doing with IBM Quantum.
Yep,
And yeah, we've been continuing ramping up our activities and looking forward to the next steps for the next bit of the year.
excellent. So E.ON's very much an early adopter and you've got a focus on immediate and useful applications of quantum. Why is that important to the company?
Yeah, it's important because we're looking to have a first mover advantage here. So we started the program in 2019, and since then have been building internal capabilities, and the sort of call from the board was, we need to start looking into quantum now, and we need to use it to sort of leverage this sustainability topic. So with the increase of renewable generation at the low voltage grid, so things like solar panels, people have batteries in their houses now, electric vehicles, we need to sort of leverage that electricity to transfer to consumer level,
Right.
instead of relying on the traditional gas-powered power plants that are located around Europe. We're looking more local, more sustainable, and quantum computing can help us solve those challenges.
So you touched on sustainability there. So quantum is still very much a nascent technology. Why is it important that we keep sustainability as one of the goals as we start implementing it?
Yeah, good question. So the old way of the energy grid is not sustainable in the way that, okay, it's really can't continue this way. And it's not sustainable in the sense of sustainable technologies, green energy. We have to go through this transition, this sort of digital transformation of the energy grid, which requires a lot of data, a lot of processing, a lot of sensors, very complex, diverse data sources. And this sort of creates this large data lake of complex, sort of interconnected assets. And quantum will allow us to solve these problems, which traditional classical computing, it's not up to the task. We do it, but we are looking into, okay, how can we leverage the sustainability aspect of green energy to really kind of enforce that people use local renewable energy. And this is a huge optimization problem and really important for the company and in the future really of the energy grid. Yeah.
So you're delivering a session tomorrow, which I imagine might touch on some of those topics. Can you give me just some spoilers about what some of the messages might be in that?
Some spoilers. You have to come. You have to come tomorrow.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about quantum computing and the future energy grid. So we're going to focus on 3 different use cases involving things like peer-to-peer energy trading. So if you generate power from your solar panels on your roof, how would that work if you wanted an automated system to transmit that to your neighbor down the road?
Yep.
Or how would you use electric vehicles to sort of maybe take the energy from the battery that's
Yep.
plugged in overnight, because it's sitting there, so you may as well use it. And also showcasing the latest 2 papers we have with IBM Quantum that came out last month on the archive. And in that topic, we were looking at sort of risk analysis. So how do we procure energy from an energy market sort of in a faster way? So we have a spoiler, we came up with our team and the IBM Quantum team a novel quantum algorithm that provides quadratic speed up. And tomorrow I'll talk a little bit more about that.
That's really exciting. Sounds like an unmissable session. So you actually have a background in AI, including AI for satellites.
Yes.
What's your career path into quantum?
Yes. So I have a unique background, I think perfectly suited for the role that I have today as quantum computing lead. Before my AI career, though, I did do a PhD in quantum computing. So I was taking courses in Canada. I'm Canadian, at the University of Guelph in Canada. And my professor is an associate faculty member at Institute for Quantum Computing in Waterloo, Canada. And so he taught he taught a quantum information course, and my mind was completely blown. And even in those days, it was, oh yeah, quantum's 10 years away. And I think at the time it was 5 or 7 qubit quantum computers, but they were liquid computers in those days. So I started in that. I moved to Europe. I did my PhD in quantum computing at the Technical University of Munich. And then there was no quantum jobs in 2014. So I transitioned to AI, where I was leading a small applied AI team at the German Space Operations Center, and got my hands dirty in all that AI kind of world.
Yeah.
And was hired at E.ON as a senior data scientist, where within a few months of hiring, the board came down and said, hey, we need to look at this now. Don't you have a guy that did a PhD in it? Even though I've been doing 4 years of AI. So
amazing.
Here I am today.
Right. So quantum's obviously something that's excited you from the beginning. What surprises you about it, even up to now?
Yeah, what surprised me was the transition from being a pure academic topic. As I said, in 2014, if you wanted a job in quantum after a PhD, which is what you had to have in those days, you would work at IBM Quantum or Microsoft. They have Microsoft Station Q. Or you do academia. You do a postdoc, you want to be a professor. And I didn't want to do any of those things. I wanted to stay in Munich. And now, within 3 years after, by 2017, with the release of IBM Quantum Cloud, really kicking off everything, it's just exploded in popularity, and you don't need a PhD to do it. And I think that is the most brilliant part of everything now. So low-hanging fruit, more software development driven, more education for bachelor students, master students, or even business professionals. I love how the space has exploded. And I'm super happy to see where it goes in the future.
Great, that's been really interesting talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.